Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. Here in the Better You community, we talk about all things self-growth and spirituality. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up to help out the channel. Feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. Share this video with anyone you feel may want to hear it. And before we get into it, I wanted to thank this video sponsor, which is me. I decided to host a New Year's intention setting ceremony for you where you will be doing the real life manifestation practices to make the energetic shifts to align with your visions and goals so that they will be magnetized to you and so that you can accomplish them with less effort and less time. So if you are interested in that, there will be a link in the description below where you can sign up. This workshop is made specifically for the new year, but really you can take it whenever to align with the goals that you have for yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. A huge piece to take action towards your goals, towards the vision that you have for yourself that I see so often is the belief that you have in yourself and also limiting beliefs around the goals itself. Thinking you're not good enough or thinking that you're just not that girl that has her life together and lives the lifestyle that you want to live, or thinking that your ideas aren't good enough to create that successful business that you want, or thinking that you just don't have what it takes to make your dreams a reality, or thinking that it's going to be some really hard thing and therefore you're creating resistance towards taking that action. And all of this is such a mental game. All of these limiting beliefs is such a huge downfall, because if you don't believe you can do something or do it well, are you going to take the action on it to make it happen? Probably not. So all of that potential you have goes wasted. It goes unfulfilled. And to that, I just want to say, if you have a vision for yourself, if you envision in your mind of having a successful business or starting a nonprofit or even moving countries and becoming an actress, whatever vision you have for yourself, you have it for a reason. Not everyone is blessed to know what they want to do. A lot of people just roam aimlessly and just do what the crowd is doing. But if you are watching this video, I'm willing to bet that you know what you want to do. You just have doubts and worries that are in the way of that, which is so okay. It's very human of you. And which is also why I am here to tell you how you can overcome that. I work with my clients on a one-on-one level for this kind of thing, and I actually have an entire signature program that walks you through the ins and outs of overcoming these fears and doubts and worries and the science behind making your vision a reality. And that lack of belief in yourself, or these limiting beliefs that you have around your vision of it's going to be really hard or whatever it may be, it's going to be really scary or it's going to be a lonely ride, all these beliefs are just an accumulation of the same thoughts being repeated over that's created this belief. And thoughts don't mean anything. They're just thoughts. They're just thoughts that you've picked up from other people, may have picked up from your parents from a young age, maybe picked up from TV, from just somebody you pass on the street. But just because you have a thought in your mind, it doesn't mean that it's true. We have all kinds of thoughts going on up there. Some of us have some really weird thoughts that pop up every now and then, and we're kind of like, what the hell even was that? Your thoughts don't define you, and they don't mean anything about you. They just exist. They're just there. And in order to move away from these thoughts, and in order to create thoughts that actually support your vision, and to give you that oomph of belief and motivation, that's what's going to give you that motivation, is that belief in yourself. You have to be really intentional on what's going on up here. Literally write down on paper, literally do this, guys, pause the video if you need to, write down on paper what kind of thoughts are ruminating in your head right now pertaining to your ability to making your vision a reality. What kind of thoughts come up when you think about that? And they could be thoughts of, oh, I won't be able to handle it, it'll be too hard, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not fit enough, whatever it is, right? We have all kinds of thoughts. Just brain dump it all down. And then I just want you to look at it and know that these thoughts that you're looking at are just thoughts. Release the meaning that you're giving to them. Release the power that they have over you right now and just see them for what it is. Just thoughts. They're just there. You just pick them up from something, somewhere, who knows, doesn't matter. But these are just things that are floating around in your mind. They don't mean anything. And after you've taken that pressure off of them, that emotional charge that you have onto them, I want you to look at them and then challenge them. If you have a thought there that's like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not whatever enough, challenge that. Are you really not good enough? And I want you to list out every single experience that you have had where you were good enough and ask yourself, is this really true? Did God himself come down and tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you this idea, but you're not good enough to fulfill it? No, just because you are here alive on earth, we know that you are worthy of everything that you desire. You are inherently worthy, and you don't need to do anything extra to be anything extra to be worthy. of what you desire. You are worthy just as you are. Let that sink in. Let it sink into your cells. I want you to think of a baby and how a baby doesn't have to do anything. It just sits there being a baby, and people stop and look at it and wants to give the baby clothes and give the baby food and give the baby cuddles and give the baby love and give the baby everything that the baby wants because it's a baby. You are that baby. You are inherently worthy. You don't have to do or be anything extra to be worthy of your desires. And look at all of these thoughts that you've listed out and challenge every one of them. And this can take some time, but it's damn worth it you taking the time to look at these things, okay? And after you've challenged these thoughts, I want you to then think about, okay, if I was truly living this life, if I was truly living in my vision and being this person that I ideally see for myself, that I would ideally want to become, what thoughts and beliefs would I have about myself? And when you have those thoughts and beliefs written down, start intentionally thinking those thoughts. And when we look at the science behind this on a neurological level, we can see that these thoughts that you're having that aren't supporting your vision, that are kind of bringing you down, these limiting beliefs, right? We can see that these thoughts are only firing off because they are used to being fired off. So we have these neural pathways in our brain, right? Think of these neural pathways in our brain as paths in the ground. And if you have picked up somewhere the thought of, oh, I'm not smart enough to do X, Y, and Z, I want you to imagine that every time that you have that thought or you hear that thought or that thought gets repeated, it makes that path, that neural pathway, a little more prominent. And imagine also that the more emotion is behind the thought also digs the path, the neural pathway, even deeper. So say that you've been having the thought of, oh, I'm not smart enough to do X, Y, and Z however many times, and it's attached to the emotion of anxiety and worry, and you keep feeling the anxiety thinking this thought. Now you have this deep pathway inside of your brain that makes those specific thoughts and those specific feelings really easy to access. They're going to automatically come up and they're going to feel like they're really weighing you down. And by challenging those thoughts, imagine that you're like covering dirt on that pathway, planting little seeds of grass, like covering up that old path when you challenge it. So now what we want to do is then create that new pathway, that new neural pathway of what does support your vision, of what does actually feel good, the thoughts and feelings that support where you want to go. So with these thoughts and beliefs, the new thoughts and beliefs that you wrote down, if you can every day affirm it, visualize it, think it, back it with good feeling emotions, really let yourself dive deep into those emotions that you want to feel and feel them now, you will not only continue to cover up the old neural pathways of the other thoughts and beliefs that we don't want to have, but you begin to dig really deep positive neural pathways for yourself and make those really good thoughts and good feelings really easy to access for yourself. And you will begin to think them very effortlessly. And when you create more of that strong mental and emotional foundation for yourself, you're going to think to yourself, oh, if I truly believe in myself, if I truly believe that I can make this happen and that it's going to feel really good and that I'm fully capable of accomplishing this, why the hell wouldn't you go after it? The only reason you don't have motivation and that you have that resistance for taking the action is because of some sort of meaning or belief you have tied towards yourself or that vision. When you overcome that and change the story, because life has no rules, right? We get to write the story. So change the story of how you're going to approach life, of how you're going to accomplish this, and it'll become so much more effortless for you. And just because you may not have a strong belief in yourself now, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to fulfill your vision or that you're not capable of fulfilling your vision. It simply means that you just have some inner mindset work to do. That's it. Take the meaning away from it. Don't let it dictate what that means about yourself. You get to choose how you feel about yourself and your future. And this is work that you're also guided to do in our signature program. But doing this, what I said in this video, will definitely really get you a head start on strengthening that belief for yourself. But that being said, thank you so much for watching until the end of this video, guys. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you liked. Feel free to share this with anyone you feel may want to hear it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.